Richard Torrez Jr., 2020 Olympian, born and raised in Tulare, California. Dreams of red, white, and blue. Now dreams and visions of greatness in this sport that we call the sweet science. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Rich Ortiz here with the Fighter's Voice, along with co-host Shelly Hollis, a.k.a. The Black Corner.
What's going on? It's the Black Corner, Shelly Hollis, of course. When I'm the host on my show, I'm still the co-host to Richard's show, and this is how we get down. And today, I'm actually with two Richards, so, you know what I mean? It's the second half of my show, so I got to deal with these two gentlemen over here. What's going on, my dude? It's a pleasure to meet you.
Appreciate it. Pleasure to meet you, too. Yeah, the Richards are so nice, you have to say it twice, right?
I like that.
Okay, not only does he have rhymes, he has magic tricks too. So maybe one day he'll showcase that for you guys. I have seen some things on social media though, so you got to keep it real. Like, you're going to have to teach me something one day because I got a little 5-year-old daughter and I can blow her away. So if I say I learned it from an Olympian and I can actually show her, she'll think I was the coolest dude. You know what I mean?
100%. I got the basics. I got you.
Okay.
You know what? We're already holding clout because I can say, oh yeah, we're friends with an Olympian. We're chilling with an Olympian today who's turning pro. And, you know, we may just get another date.
There we go. I think the coolest thing is you were part of the journey before the journey was like a big thing, you know, like you guys really got on the train before it started. And so I really just commend you for that because like it's been a lot of times where I was growing up and there were no cameras anywhere. There was nothing. It was just me in the gym by myself. And I would look at my dad. I'd be like, "Pops, when is something going to happen?" And then he would just say, "Wait, just keep waiting, just keep waiting." Finally, one day it clicked, but you were there even before the click. So thank you for that because it kind of helped me keep my motivation.
Well, I appreciate it, man. You're probably the first fighter that finally had the set of balls to tell the truth and nothing but. Shelly, we get that a lot. I mean, what we do it for the passion. And for someone to acknowledge us as just being supportive, I mean, it does rub us the right way, I would say.
Torrez, I'm going to put you on the spot. Do you remember the first time you met Richard?
Yeah, it was, I think I was 17 years old. I still remember my shirt. I had a button-up shirt. I went in there. And I was like, whoa, because the coolest thing was I got to put on the headphones. I got to put on the headphones and talk in the mic. And yeah, and then I remember talking. I don't really remember what the conversation was about, but I remember being on the radio. And I was like, man, this is the coolest thing ever.
No, okay, so same thing. He's like that. When he says that, he's telling the truth. Like, I ran into him one time in Vegas. We introduced ourselves, and like, you meet a lot of people in this industry. And then I'm at a Jose Ramirez fight, right? Walks up to me ringside. He says, Shelly, he always remembers everything. See, this is going to be about you right now. This dude always remembers everything.
Small moment, we'll take it.
He introduced himself to me. He walked himself around the little media table. We started talking. At this time, I'm working for other fighters and doing stuff like that. But his impressions are always good. So the way he stuck with me, I can see that he obviously stuck with you. So, Richard, we thank you, man.
Yeah, 100%.
Hey, man,
we should give you some cake right now.
We should. And this moment I'll dedicate to my son. It's all because of Richie. Richie actually taught me how to be the man that I am today.
Okay, cool.
You know, and everything that I do. But today's show is about Richard Torrez Jr., my man. I do remember that. And if you do want to hear that conversation, you can go back to the archives. Let me plug it real quick. Go to our YouTube channel, www.youtube.com/The Fighter's Voice, the only voice that matters. We're like Richard Torrez Jr. and Shelly Hollis here. We're simply knocking out the competition. So, like Shelly said, yeah, I introduced myself and I introduced myself to you. And what sticks out in my mind was your mom and dad, the foundation that you came in and they raised you, you know, to be right. But like I said, we're going to put the checkerboard away and we're going to play chess now. Now we're going to play a big boys game. Okay. So you named your dog Dempsey. I mean, was that strictly you? I mean, because you did do the homework and watching Jack Dempsey?
Yeah, so I mean, the tradition was my dad.
And when I say dog, I'm talking about a pet. I'm not talking about his homeboy.
Okay? My dog Dempsey's the golden retriever. Shout out to you, Dempsey.
There you go.
But he, my dad had a tradition of naming all of our dogs after boxers.
Right.
And so it was in between Dempsey. I don't even know if I want to say the other one. It was actually Sunshine, you know, from Remember the Titans? You guys see that movie?
Yeah.
You know, Sunshine, the quarterback. You know, he was a golden retriever. He was golden. The dude was
from California.
Exactly. So I was
That's
like,
right.
it's either going to be Sunshine, and everyone hated Sunshine. I was like, you know what, Dempsey's... I was watching Dempsey, and finally I was like, you know, Dempsey's a great name. And then everyone was like, yo, I love that name. So that's his name.
There you go. You watch him on TikTok. I mean, he does his magic tricks and also a little bit of acting because he sells himself when he's doing the music or whatever it is. And I don't know if you know, Shelly also does movies and does
I'm low key, all right. I'm kind of like you. I'm just humble though. Oh, but speaking of that, okay, so Creed 3, right? I know it's in the making right now.
Cinema's the word I was looking
cinema.
for.
So when I first walked in here, I was like watching, and then just before I even met you, I was like, damn.
Oh no, okay.
I was
don't
like,
mean to
he
interrupt
belongs
you.
in
We're gonna talk
Rocky.
about that. I'm gonna let you finish the story
Hey,
though.
you already
I'm gonna
know.
let you finish the story.
No, I was looking at you. I was like, damn, this dude looks like a Rocky character, right? So that's the first thing I said when I come in. And then what did you bring up?
I said, bro, from day one, I've been telling even his dad, he reminds me of Tommy Morrison. Tommy Morrison. From the first time I saw him, I go, freaking Tommy Morrison's walking in the studio here.
Yeah, I remember in Peru, they called me the Mexican Rocky at the Pan American Games. The commentators, they called me the Mexican Rocky. I don't know how much of a compliment that is because Rocky got hit a lot. So but overall, I'm great. I'm glad to make comparisons to get to that movie. Honestly, I don't watch the movies too much. If I'm being 100%, it's kind of my life. It's kind of like trying to tell a football player to watch a football movie. I think it's kind of like, all right, like I'll watch it, but I kind of do it, you know. So, but overall, I mean, if the opportunity is there, then I'm definitely gonna take it.
Dude, I got to sit back and watch your dad in the ring here interviewing with you guys. Question, man, I'm always curious about that. You ever get the chance to see your dad fight?
I saw an old DVD of him fighting USA versus Canada. And it was him versus a super tall guy because my dad fought like 165 when he was in the amateurs. And man, I always told him, I want to fight just like you, Pops. I want to fight just like you. And my dad was like, no, you don't. I got hit too much. He'd be like, you want to fight like you. And so he kind of, I'd say we have a similar style, but with a little different variations. One me being a lefty.
I love that. Like I'm older than you, and I just heard you say like I just watched this old ass DVD.
I mean, it was from.
That's all that I have with fight tapes.
But yeah, it was taken from a VHS and was put on a DVD. But like I just forgot the name of it.
No, that's all good, man. You're in the streaming era. You're man, social media. If I grew up, man, you know how popular I would have tried to be in these days. Oh my gosh, dude, you got it made right now.
I'm trying.
You're doing well.
You know what's crazy is I was voted most likely to be famous on my yearbook in my 2017 year. The person I was voted most likely to be famous with, her name's Jayus on TikTok, and she has like 12 million followers on TikTok. And she got me beat, man. So I'm really trying to get it back.
Wait, you guys haven't done no collab videos?
We're trying to, but like I'm almost afraid to talk to her now. She beat me so bad. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'll hit her up every now and then. She wished me like a Merry Christmas.
Isn't it something, Shelly, how a man can take out another man? It doesn't matter how big and tall he is, but when it comes to a woman, I mean,
I'd be showering in my electric metal.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? I wouldn't even take it off.
Man,
like,
12 million followers. I was like,
Wow.
all right, maybe.
12 million and
hey,
one.
well,
That's a
I'll
high
shoot
follow.
you guys videos. So you make the content,
There we go.
and I'll do the work. For 12 million followers, I'll do whatever you guys say. Let's go.
I'm gonna hit you up, Jace. Name's Isabel. But yeah.
There you go. I want to talk about a little bit about the movie thing. I don't want to distract you, but he definitely looks like someone that would get hit up for like Creed 4.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, he has, and I've said it before, he's probably going to blush, has the GQ looks, has the mannerism. He has the whole package there completely,
hair.
man. Yeah, nice hair. And
I don't want to show
you know,
Hey, give Michael B. Jordan a run for his money right here.
no, there he
I don't know
is.
about all that, but
Nah, look, how you get so humble?
the cool thing though is I was able to do a commercial shoot today, and I did the voiceovers, right? And so I got to be in the studio again. I got to put a little the headset on, and they got mad at me, but I kept on saying "in a world" because like,
No. On the spot right now,
Uh-huh.
right there. Do it for us.
in a world. Like I feel like I got it.
The whole thing.
That's all I got.
Ad lib, free it up. In a world with the fighter's voice, or with Shelly.
In a world with the fighter's voice and Shelly. We're in Tulare, and you should probably come to the fights on February 5th. with
I
Jose
like it.
Ramirez. Yeah.
Hey,
I like
I'm
it.
sold.
There it is. There.
Done.
Only
That's
on the
it.
Fighter's
Yeah.
Voice, you see the
Hey.
acting debut.
There we go.
That's right. ESPN, you guys call us. You guys can get it from Richard. We'll take care of you guys.
100%.
That's it.
Actually, Timothy Bradley, when he sees this, he's probably going to say, you know what? Look at this, Andre Ward. We got to bring him in studio with us and do some commentary in the boxing world. When you get that call and invitation, remember, you heard it first here on the Fighter's Voice.
100%. Yeah, we go. The Richards are coming together.
There you
Yeah,
go.
the
There
Richards
you
are
go.
going
Iron
together.
sharpens iron, huh,
Yes, it
Shelly?
does. It does. So I'm sitting here listening to you guys talk, man, and I'm starting to think about stuff, right? I'm like, there's something special about this whole silver medal thing and stuff like that, right? I look at you, I look at Shakur, I look at Floyd Mayweather, and then it makes me curious about you. Because these guys that are all at the top, they've been like, I took one loss, and when they took it, it was in the Olympics. And then when they got to their pro career, it was just special.
Yeah, and I mean, since we're talking chess, not checkers, I'll lay something out there. If I got gold, I probably wouldn't box anymore. If I got gold, I probably, because I wouldn't have anything else to go for. I was there, I made it, and now that hunger's still there. That drive's still there. I see myself. And I want to be on top still. I want to make it to the best one day. And that's why I'm still pro. It's because I didn't win the finals. If I won the finals, I probably would have said, all right, I did boxing, I'm going to college now. We'll see how that goes. But now I'm still hungry, man.
Wait, you're trying to tell me if you don't won a gold medal, that David Copperfield would have had his job took in Las Vegas?
That's what I'm saying. Penn and Teller would have been.
There you go.
Been waiting.
There you go. Or a dog trainer or something.
Yeah,
to that
something
effect.
like that. Yeah,
But only the ones in Beverly Hills where they pay good, right?
yeah, exactly. The Beverly Hills dog trainer. I mean, what's his name? Caesar.
Oh yeah, Caesar's dope, man.
Yeah,
Man. I got a little Yorkie though. My Yorkie got a big personality.
Yeah, I believe that.
No, he does. He's a big ass personality. He's like 5 pounds of like a grown ass man.
Yep.
Hey,
We've
shout
had
out
those
to
conversations.
Enzo, since we're giving shout outs to our dogs right now. Shout out to
Oh,
Enzo.
then I got to give a shout out to Kobe. I mean, my Kobe boo, aka the Kobinator. Now, that's real talk. That's real talk. I do want to say this though. I'm there at Top Rank Gym before the signing, before it was announced, and I want Pops to hear this too. I didn't say I was a fly on the wall. He walks in there, and I was going. My eyes were as big as his were, so we just embraced the moment. Didn't say nothing. He was working, but I will say this: when he was in there working, bro, I mean, he must have went through like 4 or 5 T-shirts, and you could have rang them all out. He was from the bicycle, hitting the mittens, and everybody else was jogging. He was running in and out of the ring, going back and forth. That work ethic, Shelly. I mean, I can say it, but you really got to see it firsthand. I mean, and who else was in the ring? And he was taking some of the shine away. None other than pound for pound, undefeated Bud Terrence Crawford.
Yeah,
was in the same area as they were all working out, along with some other Olympians.
With you being so young and things like that, do you have any favorites right now? Because I mean, you're still a fan of boxing, even though you are a pro boxer. Who are some people that you get excited to watch and see?
Honestly, one of the guys I really like seeing and I always have liked is Lomachenko. I think his footwork and just his pedigree of boxing, it really just shines. And I liked who was a Polish guy from New York, the heavyweight.
Oh, he stopped by Fresno actually. He was on the undercard of I want to say Jamal Herring. No. He was there watching the fight. I forget his name. Gosh dang it.
He just fought on the undercard of the Wilder Fury, the third one.
Exactly. What was his name?
Yeah.
Adam.
Yeah.
Big shout out to the Mexican Mickey who's watching the program right now. What's his first name? And why did we give him the name Mexican Mickey?
Yeah, Aldo, and he's Mexican Mickey because just like how Rocky was, and we're in that Rocky situation, Mickey would always call the fighters bums and how they need to train harder. And he's the biggest critic in boxing, But
That's
you
good. Keeps
always
you
need
sharp.
that. Yeah, you always need that in boxing. So he's the one guy that no matter what I'm doing, sometimes when we're in the ring and we'll be working mitts, I'll get hit. I'll be just moving, all of a sudden, pop with the mitt. He still has the speed, man. And so yeah, big shout out to Aldo, the Mexican Mickey.
There you go. And also, man, we're probably going to hire him on the show because whenever we get stuck and can't, because sometimes we get tongue twisted or we can't recall a fighter, man, we need that person right there.
Man, rappers got MCs too. You know what I mean? Somebody, a little
Exactly.
MC, little hype man throwing out ad libs.
Exactly.
Richard, you a bum.
Exactly.
Shelly, you ain't shit.
Exactly. Pick up your game.
Hey,
right?
you ever spar with your dad?
No, that was the one thing my dad never really had us happen. We get in some mitt wars. Don't get me wrong. When I had the gloves on, he had the mitts on. But my dad always thought that the coach should be the coach and the fighter should be the fighter. And it would change the dynamic if the fighter got in the ring, especially with the father-son situation. Yeah. It's a lose-lose situation for him. Either he beats up his son or he gets beat up by his son. But he does always tell me he has that one move he never taught me. Yeah. And so don't mess with him, you know? So I believe that wholeheartedly.
There you go. It's called a sleeper.
Yeah.
Right. He's been rocking you to sleep for a long time.
It's called a brick.
Now. Yeah.
he's
I don't know if you guys have seen his father. Like, Pops is swole. Like, it's
I've been noticing that.
He's moving. Yeah.
Yeah. I was sitting there, I was like, damn. You know,
I don't want to
start holding mitts. I go to the gym and shit, but I'm going to start holding mitts instead.
Yeah, no, actually, my dad, after we work out, he goes and works out himself, too. So my dad's still in it. Yeah, he's still working out. He's moving.
Well, shit, he's going to make sure you're not the only bad dude around. He's the only bad Torrez around. He's letting you know where it came from.
Yeah, 100%.
He did say all the legends' names are going to be Richard, so you got to stay in shape, too. You know what I mean? So, like I said, best corner. Man, you come from a family. Like, you know, in the break, you were talking about your mom and stuff like that. Does that really help the dynamic at home that you guys are all extremely focused on being your own type of athlete?
Oh, 100%. I think the biggest thing is no one had to live vicariously through the other person. You know, we were all focused on what we had to do. My dad, one of the greatest tools and assets I've ever had, because I've grown with other fighters and they didn't have that rock to go to. My dad has been in every situation I was in up to the Olympic finals. You know what I mean? And so I would be able to ask him, what do I do here? Hey, Pops, I'm feeling this way. What happens? And my dad has felt that way before, you know? And so for me to have that as a tool, it put me above everyone else. I really think so. And then my mom, she ran marathons. My sisters ran marathons. My sister played collegiate soccer and water polo. I think even rugby. She did a lot of stuff too. And so, family of athletes, and that's where the competitiveness comes from too.
And in the support group too. And I mean, I was looking at the support system that you have. I happened to catch up to you guys in Vegas. And check this out. Now about the next question, Shelly, I was going to ask him, how's your life changed? I knew who Richard Torrez is. Now he was introduced to the whole world in Las Vegas. Him and Pops are coming through. And I stop him, right? And I, take a picture with him and then all of a sudden, I'm not sure if it was his publicist walking with him, taking shots. And then everybody's saying, who's that? And then the floodgates just open, man. So how has your life changed since you've been exposed, not only signing with Top Rank, but exposed to the world?
I think this is a great opportunity. I just one of the big things that have changed is my town. My town has been so supportive. My town, my community. I have billboards. I have buses. I have different things with my face on them that I would have never imagined I'd be able to have. I get stopped in Target. I get stopped wherever I'm walking. It's incredible. And so to Larry, you have really made me feel like an Olympian and a champion. I just want to say thank you to that. But on top of that, I went to Vegas, and even before we were at the boxing part, I was walking through the lobby and someone stopped and said, hey, that's Richard Torrez. Let's take a picture with him. In Vegas, in a different state. I couldn't believe it. And it wasn't even in a boxing situation yet either. It was just in the lobby. I was like, man, I'm really happy no one asked me a question there, because I was going to say I was the coolest person ever. You know what I mean? But it really made me feel like we're really doing something now, something's really going on and things are actually changing. I remember walking to the hotel and I would tell my dad, I would tell my mom, my sister, things are really changing now. Life's actually changing in a different way. And it has been. It really has. People know me now. People have talked to me. I've had commercial shoots. I've had advertisement deals. I've had a couple other things that I would have never imagined. And I'm just trying to reel it in still.
Mm-hmm. And it does change, because he used to come to the Fighter's Voice. Now the Fighter's Voice comes to him in Tulare, California. You see the changes? I do want to say this. We were both backstage for Terrence Crawford. I saw you there. You were interacting. You were introducing yourself. And Shelly, when I saw him there, I already knew we know each other. That was his shine. And I'm sitting back and I'm watching the growth already. And you see everything all in front of you, like how he was raised, his mannerism. And you get to see him outside of the box. The wings kind of spread a little bit. Mom and dad aren't around. You get to see that young man now that's curious, that likes to go out there and test the waters and be himself. I could have just been there watching him all the time. And I'm thinking to myself, okay. When I saw him, I just kind of did this. And it wasn't that I was shining him on. I'm like, this is his time. And knowing that, how does that differ from now that you're being released into the wild, I would say?
It's really comforting always having my dad on my shoulder, if I'm being honest with you. To give an example, I was talking to a school one time, and I had my dad. My dad was with me. It was like the first time I was talking to a school, and I choked. I choked 100%, and I didn't know what to do. I looked at my dad. My dad was able to step in, being an administrator, being able to talk to a lot of kids all the time, and he kind of helped me get back in my groove of things. Then nowadays, it's like I'm talking to schools still, but I talk by myself. And there has been a time where I choked, and I looked around. There's no one there. I was like, I bit down, and I just started talking, and then finally got back in the groove of things. So it is teaching me how to be my own person and be my own self now. But it was really nice having my dad right next to me as well. So I'm glad that I still have both options available.
I know Shelly has a lot of questions, and he has some great ideas. And we were talking, and we were saying, when Richard Torrez walks into the ring in Fresno, California, because we were curious, they go, Rich, try to get it out of him. Shelly said he should wear something special. I mean, are you able to reveal any ideas and what you're coming in with, or at least what song you're coming in with?
Here's the thing. I like special, and I like how fighters sometimes have different uniforms every single time. But I want to set a statement. I want to set a precedent, and I want to be the same. I want to be Richard Torrez every single time I step in the ring, and I want something that people can see and remember. So I'm not going to switch up my style too much. I'm not going to have different things every single time. I'm gonna have one fight shorts. I'm gonna have one set of gloves, and as long as those take me, I'm gonna use them. I'm not gonna be the guy that's gonna be out there flashy with like lace down and everything. I'm not gonna have the fur coats and everything like that. I'm gonna have one set of things. All these known for his shorts, right? And he kept the same shorts. I want to be known like that. And so I'm gonna keep it basic. I'm gonna keep it the Richard Torrez way.
I'm thinking of Tyson. I'm thinking of Thomas Hearns with the Kronk Gold,
right.
Marvin Hagler with the Velvet, and the high socks. And you just knew when they came in, that was them.
Richard, one of the first things I noticed when you came in here was just like the environment. When you see these young kids in here, does it remind you of yourself punching the bags and things like that?
Oh, 100%. I see these little kids in here, and I was talking to Rich earlier, and he was saying that, and I was saying, the names change, but the people don't, right? That was our saying. And it's the same. It's a true testament. I get in here and I'll be like, man, I was that kid like 8 years ago. I really was. I was just sitting there. I was doing push-ups. I was laughing. I was joking around. This is my home, and I can see it kind of being instilled in these little kids now. Like, this is kind of their home. And I can see some fighters being made, even in the small town of Tulare, I see more fighters being made. And I'm excited for the future and what it has to hold for everybody.
Well, let's talk about that future. I mean, because it starts here, and I know next door, where it originated from, it used to be a fire department, almost like the old Kronk gym, Shelly. I mean, it was a boys' home, but originally right next to a fire department. I don't know exactly that story. I know your dad has stories with Custom Model, Thomas Hearns, and Mike Tyson, and knowing that you come from that pedigree, man, and it's based here and it hasn't went anywhere. I mean, you're very well rooted, man. At a young age, a lot of people, they want to change things up. I want newer bags. I want a newer gym. I need this. I want the higher dollar. And right now we're hearing this young professional, Shell, and he's about to turn pro, and his feet are still on the ground.
I think the ugliest gyms make the prettiest fighters. So
Hey, I like that.
And so I really think that I've seen some of the coolest looking gyms out there, and then I don't see any fighters there, But then you go to the hole in the corner, and you see some fighters, man, that fight in a phone booth because we only can afford an 8x8 ring, And so that's a testament to boxing being a poor man's sport. But if you could will your way to it.
I'm gonna throw it out there. I'm gonna kind of I don't want to say it's a magic trick, but I'm gonna kind of lure them a little bit. You talked about the youth being inside in here in your gym. Did you know there's a gym in Madera, California, Daniel Gonzalez Boxing, and they're gonna throw a show in Madera, California, and I can show you the text message, I can show you the emails. Can you get Richard Torrez there? Can you get Richard Torrez there? And I don't abuse you'd be surprised how many people that want my black book. We discussed that, Shelly, but for you to show up and install a dream, a vision that they can see and touch and be a part of, I think it can go a long way. We'll talk later on after that. I brought it up right now because you're the difference maker. When you're in here, and the Krog gym, Thomas Hearns, he was the big daddy of the gym. You go to Robert Garcia's, that's Mikey's gym, et cetera, et cetera. We can have professionals coming in and out. This gym isn't going anywhere because I know the history of it, but you're going to be the big daddy of this gym. So
Well, I'm gonna be
Any
there.
chance we can get you in Madera during that show? I believe it's in March.
In March, and then maybe I do have a one obligation. I'm going out and I'm talking overseas to some of the military guys.
Awesome.
I'm flying to different
Good for you,
countries over
man.
there.
Good for you.
I appreciate that. It's like the champion tour, so they're bringing out Olympians from different sports that have medaled, and they wanted a boxer there. And so they chose me. And so, but if it falls on the right day, I mean, of course I'm gonna come out, you know?
So it's in March. March what?
I have no clue. It was supposed to be in December, but it's coming back.
Shelly, I think we can follow him in March with these cameras, man. Get on a passport, go where he needs to go, and start that documentation right here. Because one thing, the Fighter's Voice, Shelly, isn't just a podcast, isn't just a name that we do own the copyrights. I will say that. There's a lot of pretenders and a lot of contenders, but there's only one world undisputed champion. Being that said, the Fighter's Voice growth. So we're talking about somebody who's growing from an Olympian now to the pros. So I'm just throwing it out there, you know, just letting you know, man, if you don't speak, you don't get fed and you don't get heard. Hearing that, Shelly, talk to us about your big plans for 2022 and those ideas that you had for Richard Torrez Jr.
Small takeover, man. You already know how I feel, but I want to bounce it back to you because this dude's all like, he pays attention to details, right? So we're walking through the front door. I come in. He's like, damn, Shelly, do you know how special the 5th is going to be? And I'm like, nah, what's up? Yeah, it's his first fight. He's like, no, 2 Olympians. Like, has that crossed your mind at all?
I mean, I think about it every now and then. I'm going back to your point when the little kid seeing the Olympian, right? I remember one time I was at a boxing show, and I remember my dad just pointing and be like, hey, that's Jose Ramirez. I was like, what? And he goes, Jose Ramirez, the Olympian. I went, no way. And I looked, I went over there, I shook his hand. I was like, man, that guy really did it, you know? And to be on that same card as him, man, I can't wait.
No, that's how we feel too.
Yeah,
and like, we're big fans of both of you guys. You know what I mean? And he does so much great stuff with Jose. Actually, I got to shout it back out because what you just did for the kids, I don't know if you've seen what he did with the kids with Jose, but it was amazing. You can tell us a little bit about that one.
Well, we had Jose come to the high school and talk to the kids, a lot of the seniors there. And, I think it was promoted very well. Channel 24 was there, 26, Channel 30, Channel 21, and a lot of social media was there. And they really I want to say, thank you, Madera High School. Joe Valero helped orchestrate this along with Isaac, activities director, and the principals were there. And I will say this, and I'll probably get an email later on for this. There's always one that just loves their job so much. Well, the teachers are going to be upset because the students are showing up late. The principal comes and says, the teachers will be fine. I'll send them an email. Let's keep rolling. And then on the low, the principal goes, hey, could you sign this? Can you? I mean, just being a part of that. And yes, Jose, and they also want him back. They also, believe it or not, they want his manager to come there and talk, and that's Rick Meridian. So I'm sure his story may be a little different, but it's very successful. And Jose, he did a great job. And iron sharpens iron. You and Jose, the same night, Fresno, California. History will be made that night, 2 Olympians and from our valley. Can you imagine that? Not too many cities can say that, or states for that matter.
Richard, if we can say anything, man, because you've done so much, and it's like, if I'm always big on helping the youth. Like, if you could sit there and talk to the youth right now and someone has like a goal and a dream, like, what would you tell these young people?
I would say goal setting, consistency, and having foundation. Those are what got me to where I'm at today. Goal setting, not just having the Olympic dream, but winning my next competition, doing good in practice the next day, having little goals that will build up on top of big goals, and then having a foundation. I have my dad, I have my entire community, I have my town. You need someone to fall back on when things get rough. When I got knocked out, the first thing I did was call my dad. I called him and said, Pops, what are we going to do? He said, we're going to keep going. This is what we love to do. This is what we're going to do, and we're going to keep going forward. And then the end of the day is consistency. Cameras are here right now, but they're not always here. Since training camp started, I've been getting up at 5 or 6 in the morning and going for my 3-mile runs. And then I'd have 3 to 4 different training sessions a day. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I've been driving up to LA, making the 3-hour trip, sparring, coming back, getting right into the gym again.
What gym was that?
It was the Manny Robles, right? Manny Robles gym. And thank you again for letting me come out there. I'm going out there again tomorrow.
Solid guy, Manny Robles.
Yeah, super cool.
You know the story? Yeah, very.
He had a Fighter's Voice shirt on actually when I went there, so that was awesome.
Yes, he did. Well, I appreciate that, and Manny, thanks for showing the love, and we show love back and support. Do we got a question?
It's a shout out to the champ from the various boys fighting out of Gonzalez boxing gym. My 2 boys are really big fans. fans and are really hoping to meet you if you get a chance to come to our
Well, what's the date on that? I don't have it in front of me. Okay, if you're listening right now, what's the date on that? And then we'll get that date for you. So maybe if it doesn't collide with where are you going, to Russia?
No, it's gonna be like Saudi Arabia, like Qatar,
gosh,
a couple of different
wow.
military bases.
That's huge, man. That's life changing, man.
Yeah.
Is Pops going with you?
No, this one's a solo trip right now, so it's gonna be kind of cool though.
I like the growth. He goes, no. It's so casual. It's a solo trip.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm looking forward to fight week. We're gonna
Yeah.
be there. I can't wait to see your first press conference.
Yes,
I can't see your
yes.
first media workout. Like, I'm excited for you, man. Like, I've been watching you. You know, I'm a fan, so you got my support most definitely.
I really
And
appreciate
let's
that.
go, man. The 5th is right around the corner. Like, that's my Valentine's Day for boxing.
Oh, it is. It is. And you know what? We'll be the last interview of him that day because I want him to soak it all up, get it all. I mean, that's money in the bank. We already know Rick's going to give us a time, but we're going to make sure he gets what's entitled to him, what's earned of him.
Yeah, y'all got the inside scoop though, 100%.
Oh, yes,
every
that's
time.
all the time. We're the ones going to be chilling with the barbecue later
Yeah,
after the weigh-in.
100%.
Actually, Pops owes me a beer. He goes, hey, meet me in Vegas for a beer. But he has to respect the fact I was on the grind, man. I mean, if I go take that beer, there's no grind. I mean, a lot of people don't know. I stand in Vegas right there on the line, eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I have a toothbrush in my pocket. Nobody wants to talk to anybody funky. And I'm thinking, okay, he's coming right here. He's coming right here. He's coming right here. Okay, this text is coming in. I got to be at the press conference. I got to be at the weigh-in. What can I do? It's just me by myself. It's not always I'm entitled to credentials. But now knowing somebody that signed with Top Rank that's going to put a good word in for the fighter's
Always.
voice, man, we got to make sure the whole collaboration team is there, Shelly.
I got you.
Yes. March 5th.
Might be able to make that work. We depending on when the next fight is too, but
Oh, absolutely. I
100%.
did tell him if you're not in training or a
but
camp.
100%, you know, I'd love to go out there. I might even go to one in February too, just because we're gonna get some of the guys in here to go out and compete again, and I want to be watching them too.
Oh, there you go. Absolutely.
But yeah,
Absolutely.
going back to your point though, I remember even seeing you. I would go spar at Wildcard, and I was walking out of the sparring. Hey, that's Richard right there. And then we're like, hey, what's up? And he's like, yeah, I'm just coming to get some more like news interviews and stuff like that. It was incredible. Like you're everywhere. You are everywhere, man.
I'm trying to be, man.
Yeah, it's cool though. Yeah, so I mean, that's just a testament to your hard work too. That goes back to the consistency though. You know,
Right.
what I tell them a lot is I didn't start off training 4 times a day. I didn't start off like doing Olympic workouts. I started off running 1 mile. I started off going to the gym just one day, like 4 days a week. And slowly it built on top of that. And the biggest quote that I like to tell them is you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start in order to be great.
That's perfect,
I
man.
like that.
I do too.
That's a great foundation. These kids hearing that stuff.
Yeah.
So in between, because you just tell us that you're starting your classes this Monday.
Yeah.
In between your class, and you see the excitement in there? You know, it's like a big kid in the candy store. And that's good. Guys, hey, take lessons right here. What young cat gets excited about going back to freaking school?
Hey, I'll tell you this. In high school, I got free lunches. I got to talk to my friends. I got to see pretty girls. And all I had to do was a little work in class. I loved school. I loved school 100% of the time. You know, it was definitely worth it. Because I'll tell you what, after school, I had to do my chores. I had to go to boxing. I had my football practice. I had all these practices and different events. And at school, I was able to breathe. And I was like, oh, man, this is cool. You know, so I love school. And I'm really looking forward to school getting back a little bit of structure. You know, it's going to give me a certain point where I really have to wake up. It's going to give me a certain point where I really have to stop and study. It's going to give me a certain point where like, all right, now this is my time to train. And that's really going to help me out just with structure. Because sometimes when you have all these different miscellaneous things to do,
Yeah.
it just makes it like so much more like bearing on you. And I'm really excited to have a schedule.
Yeah.
Keep you on track.
Yeah, no, it is. And I thank you for like, you know, articulating that to people that are watching and young people because it's inspiring, you know, and like you said, the consistency and the commitment. It's like for you to say you're about to drive, 2 to 3 hours to go spar and then come back home. That was like me tonight. It was like I drove 3 hours to come get this interview. So like if you guys are passionate about things and you feel that way, like there's nothing that comes in between you and your dreams. Like it's like faith without work, right? You have to put in the work and you got to have the faith to do the things that you want to do. So take this kid as a testament, his family, like you said, the foundation and environment, and then having like a supporting cast like you see up here right now. That's what we're all about. So for me, it's like, I'm about to drive home smiling. I'm going to be looking forward to editing this, coming out to see you again and things like that. And I totally appreciate your time, man. Because as I seen, you were just putting in work as we came in, and it's 9 o'clock at night right now.
Man,
It is. Who
y'all-
does that?
Y'all got a pretty drive home then, I guess.
Nah, it's
Oh,
all
we
good.
do. We do.
Yeah.
We do. I do want to say this, though, and I want to bring it back and give your dad some props. Showtime Sean Porter was commentating the Olympics, giving your dad love. I mean, just like basically said he comes from a badass family, meaning isn't good, saying his dad, he came up short in the Olympics, but he was kicking ass all the way up there. And they kept acknowledging your dad, and they did it on the biggest platform in the world that day, right there, where everybody heard your dad's name, man. That was his time, man, and that was what your grandpa put and stored in your dad, and it is paying off. And I say that because I was thinking, shit, I didn't know his dad was that bad. And I started doing some more history, and I was going, but when I was talking to him, he was telling me stories like, yeah, me and Cust, and I never questioned anybody's story as they questioned mine. Like, and I can envision the story, the event taking place, man. So Showtime Sean Porter showing love, and he even texted me, goes, hey, your boy's coming on right now. Remember I was saying, and hey, Showtime, I mean, he knows what time it is.
Yeah, I do want to say a big thank you to Sean too. I mean, he really did help us out in the Olympics. I remember he even came up to the Olympic qualifying team in San Diego, and he talked to all of us, saying like all the dedication it took for him, and how we were in a really like wobbly situation with COVID, but to stick to the grindstone. He came out. We met Andre Ward over FaceTime. There was a bunch of really cool things that the alumni of USA Boxing really helped us with. So thank you guys.
Yeah. So you talked about keeping it basic and simple with your walkout gear. Do you have somebody working on that already?
Yeah. I got a couple people.
Okay.
I think.
Want to show them some love?
Yeah,
Or
I
you-
think
or you wanna-
I got rival gloves. I
Okay.
know that one for sure.
Okay.
I think we're working on the shorts too, but that might also be rival. But right now we
Okay.
definitely have the gloves being rival.
So the gloves are rivals. So is your gear open for
I think
maybe somebody saying, hey, I want to kind of help you out there?
right now it might be there. Like we're keeping our options open for that,
Okay,
but it
okay.
also might be rival. So it's
Okay.
but right now we're starting on the gloves. It was really cool being able to go to rival. They invited me out and they gave me some custom gloves. They gave me
Nice.
some custom gloves that said silver medalist Richard Torrez on them.
Oh, wow.
And they even gave me 2 different fight
Wait,
gloves.
I want to see that chain. Can you see that chain
yeah,
again?
uh-huh.
And yeah, hold it up
So
right
this
there.
chain.
Tell us the story.
Shout out to Acapulco Jewelers too. But so this chain, I was with my friends coming back from LA, and we were at a convention where it was like a big supermarket that was selling collectibles, and I would go over there and I'm looking and I didn't really see anything that I liked, and then I saw these coins, and not just any coins, they were silver dollars, and I was like, man, that's pretty cool. I look at the silver dollars, it says 1999 USA silver dollar. Man, that kind of spoke to me, you know. I kind of reached out in a way, and I thought about it, and it's kind of a testament saying that I've worked for the silver medal my entire life, you know, and I kind of wear it. I don't like wearing the actual medal because it's kind of heavy, but wearing this coin and wearing this is a testament to my silver medal. And so I have one that says 1999. It's a 1999 US silver dollar encased in a silver thing, and it has some boxing gloves and Olympic rings on it.
They did you right on that.
Yeah, no, Acapulco Jewelers, man. I'm telling you, if I sell you. But
There you go.
yeah, and then my dad has a half silver dollar from 1966, the year he was born. So kind of a testament saying that we've been working our entire lives for what we have now. And
Exactly. Where's that jewelry located at?
that is on Mooney Boulevard. Acapulco Jewelers. You're the man. Thank you so much for this. I can't thank you enough. This guy hooked me up. He hooked on my dad too, and he helps out the family all the time.
You think they're open right now, Shelly? We'll go get some to say the fighter's voice, you know, for a whole, and it'll say host right here. It'll say co-host, videographer, and we're on our way. If I say that, we'll be the first one. We'll wait in line right now. So tomorrow when it opens, we'll say Richard Torrez sent us to the best jeweler in California.
100%.
There you go, man.
But I appreciate you.
Thank you guys so
very
much for
much,
coming
man.
out. Yeah, making that trip. And not only that, I mean, I know I don't know, but I've tried to edit a couple times, and that stuff is grueling. You know, you
I
have to-
got you.
yeah. So I mean, so thank you for all this stuff. It's just you guys always do great work, and I'm always down to be interviewed by you guys.
Hey man, I appreciate, and I know it's real. I know it's love. I can see it in your eyes, and most of all, I can feel it. And so if ever I see you, and there's press there, I see you. I'm just not going to steal your silver. I'm not going to say steal your gold. I'm not going to steal your silver because I already got this. That's his time. I'm going to let him shine. Me and Rich, we got it like that. But I got a question, man. Hey, which Twitter account is it? Because there's 2 of them. So which one? Because you in Twitter you only get so many words.
Yeah, mine's Richard Torrez 21.
With the blue dot?
Yeah, I'm verified on Twitter.
Okay, so that's
Yeah,
what I'm
there we
talking
go.
about.
We're
So the
getting
other
it.
one, I'll just axe out.
Yeah, it's good. Well, yeah.
And Pops don't have a Twitter account because I use the hashtag,
Yeah.
but Richard Torres Sr.
Yeah, no, I don't think he has a Twitter. No.
Okay.
But yeah, so Richard Torrez 21, I think is my Twitter. The Richard Torrez is my Instagram. That's what I'm most kind of known at. Yeah, those are the 2. I forgot. Yeah.
Exactly. Shelly, what do we have, man? Tell them what we have in store for the Fighter's Voice 2022.
Lots, you guys. So look out for it. So even now we're doing an interview with you. We probably reach out a little later, but we are going to start doing our own little documentary series and things like that. So what you guys used to see on HBO and Showtime 24/7 and stuff like that, we're going to put it together ourselves. And you're going to get this man right here to not just be a host, but do some voiceover. And then you're going to get my cinematography, which is going to be out of this damn world. So you already know. So ESPN, you guys can watch out because y'all can't touch nothing I could do. I'm just going to put you on notice right now. But that's what it is. Like we said, you know, there's certain people you gotta speak your stuff into existence.
Exactly.
Like you said, I'm telling people and I'm putting the consistency behind it. So it's showtime, baby.
And look for this new podcast to drop. It's called The Black Corner. Every once in a while, he'll have a co-host, and he'll be called AKA The Brown Corner. And we're just coming in together, and we could just shine together. We can shine together and make it happen. And then we have the Silver Corner. You know what I mean?
That's right,
making it happen. Making it happen.
Thank you, guys.
Hey, before we step out, man, I want to make sure we get a shot of that right there with that, because that was awesome. You showed it to me before the show, and I knew we were going to end the show with that.
Okay.
And hey, how do you want to end this? You're hosting the show now. The host, Richard Torrez Jr. How are we closing?
I really want to close again, and I can't say it enough with a thank you to everybody that's helped supporting me along my journey. You know, in Tulare, I don't know if you guys knew this, but I got a mural unveiled that's right next to the 2 other Olympians that have been from Tulare. There hasn't been an Olympian in Tulare in I think 70 or 80 years. And so they put me on this mural with the other 2.
Awesome.
There's a mural that says Tulare, and I'm on the E of the Tulare boxing. They just renamed my high school gym after me.
Oh, wow.
And
Nice.
it's incredible.
Wow.
And so the things that have been going on have just been unimaginable. And that's not just a testament to the town. That's a testament to my family and my parents. Because I really think that I wouldn't have been able to get this if I was if I was walking around trying to like puff myself up.
Yeah.
So my dad being able to humble me so many times as growing up is a testament to him. It's a testament to my sister, my mom, my dad, and the community. So thank you, everybody. And thank you, Richard. You know, you've been
pleasure.
here, and thank you for everything. We big moves to come, you know, so it's not just the journey of mine, it's our journey together, and let's make some waves.
Nice.
Hey, you heard it from the man himself, the Olympian. I want to thank Richard Torrez Sr. and Jr. for allowing us to come here in Tulare, California. And most of all, I want to thank his father, Manuel, for making it happen. I believe that he had the dream, the vision to make it happen. And not that he wanted to see a day like this. He is watching a day like this. And he even, sees a lot of things. And hey, man, he's kicking back next to Jesus. Don't get any better than that, right? I want to thank Shelly, a.k.a. The Black Corner, making it happen. We're doing this together. And as always, it's a wrap. Thumbs up for Richie. My man. I wanted you to loose up. And that's what it is, to be comfortable. Yeah, you did great.
Cool, awesome.
That way we can pull it out of you. Exactly.